Well, welcome back to another video. Champions Leagues. Fixtures look tasty this week, and we have I would want to say old-time classic, but it's actually a modern classic in the Champions League. Man City versus Real Madrid. Let's see. So, the thing is, I'm scared for this fixture. I'm very scared, and you can already see the predicted lineup here. Real Madrid going with a 4-4-2 and City with a 4-1-4-1. The thing is, I'll give you my thoughts, my prediction, the predicted lineup, what I think Xabi Alonso and Pep Guardiola are gonna line up, and how I wanted it to see actually. So, if we're looking at the last fixtures of Manchester City, they have won their last 3 matches. Now, Fulham was, a bit of a weird one. They were in front with 5-1, and then conceded 3 goals to Iwobi and to Iwobi and Chukwueze, to those two. And it shows that Manchester City can be very chaotic sometimes in the defense. The same with the Leeds game, but they had a solid statement win against Sunderland with that 3-0 I already did a review on. You can check that out if you want. Cherki and Foden played really well. Haaland was kind of ghosting, but that really doesn't matter because he can ghost with the type of numbers he's putting up this season. If he's ghosting 2 or 3 games, doesn't matter, he's still the best goal scorer in the world. Real Madrid just played Celta Vigo yesterday, and it was an absolute disaster, I should tell you. So we absolutely lost our heads. First up, this problem right here. Militao got injured in the 24th minute, got subbed off for Rüdiger. So we're already losing someone, probably. I don't know how severe the injury is, but I think he's not gonna be starting against City, that's for sure. And so we got him out of the team. Now Rüdiger is there for defensive option. Tchouaméni, Carreras, Garcia, Asensio. Well, also Camavinga and potentially Fede Valverde. And we're already lacking a few people. Dienhausen, Dani Carvajal. Well, Alaba is not that big of a deal. Mendy, kind of a rotation player at the moment. And Trent is also quite a big deal.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Short analysis on this game. Real Madrid played the better game. Radu, the keeper from Celta Vigo, great performance, 7 saves. Expected goals faced, but all of them saved. 1.45, really good game. Vinicius had a good chance. Mbappe had a chance, but he lobbed it over. Vinicius, good save from Radu from the shot from Vinicius. He actually had more than one, but this one right here, outside of the foot shot, but Radu was on it. Good save. Tchouaméni played a very good game, created the most chances in the match, completed the most passes, and won the most duels. He was a very good creative outlet as well as defensively solid this game. Güler was okay, he had 2 chances in the first half. This one right here, and this one where he went past the Celta Vigo defender must have been Alonso, and he had a decent first half, decent game overall, 91% accurate passes for Arda Güler. Fede Valverde, also 4 shots, quite active in the game, but Real Madrid in general, we were not doing anything with our chances, and then completely lost our head. 2nd yellow for Garcia. We actually still created chances after the first red, but then lost our head in stoppage time with Carreras just complaining and getting a 2nd yellow in stoppage time, and then conceded to Svedberg again. He, I think, scored against us the last time out as well, so he's getting to be a good, somewhat good big game player for Celta Vigo. Williot Svedberg, the Sweden international. Yeah, and generally speaking, Real Madrid hasn't been that good over the last, well, November and December now. So if we're looking at the fixtures, we lost to Celta Vigo. We played a good game against Bilbao, by the way, in between, because we're very well capable of that with that kind of squad, and actually rate Xabi Alonso as a manager mostly, but he's struggling. Job might be in jeopardy. We drew to Girona. Jesus Christ, bro. Well, this game gave me heart attacks. Olympiacos versus Real, not a good performance. Elche, Jesus. Rayo lost to Liverpool. Yeah, and after the Liverpool loss, it just all went downhill. 5 bad performances in a row. Decent performance, actually quite good performance against Athletic Club Bilbao, and a bad performance, not a bad performance, a decent performance in you would say for Real Madrid standards it's a decent performance because we didn't score the goals we wanted, efficient as usual. So out of the last 7 games we had one very good game, that was against Bilbao. So the problem will be, you're looking at these two teams and Real Madrid have defensive stability issues. Manchester City have shown to be quite vulnerable back there as well, and Guardiola, Diaz, especially Nunes as well, haven't looked convincing. Diaz conceded a chance, or a bozo pass to Isidore in the Sunderland game. It was a bit dumb, but I think they'll be more focused this game. So I think overall, even though City's defense have not been convincing throughout the season, Real Madrid's defense are even worse. Battle of the midfield, well, I think we're actually gonna lose it, because we should sit deep and get Germany actually back into defense. That's why we're gonna lose the battle of the midfield. And I think it will be midfield double pivot of Camavinga and Bellingham. Personally, I think that's the way to go. 2 physical players, very good technically, quite complete midfielders in their own right, and a front 2 of Mbappe and Vinicius. For City, I don't think they'll line up this way. I think they'll also have to line up with a double pivot. Probably Nico Gonzalez and Tijani Reinders, or Nico and Bernardo Silva could also be an option. So what lineup would I like to see? So for Real Madrid, this is the one I've created for more defensive stability and hitting them on the break, basically. So we don't have 3 fit center backs. I don't want to see Asensio. Carreras, I think, is still better than Asensio this season, so I've put him in left center back. Tchouaméni, he has worked quite well in the back 3 actually. For a few games we've seen him. Also, this is literally the system that Xabi Alonso deployed for his Leverkusen Invincibles. So I would like to see this system here with Tchouaméni as a pseudo libero, the last man in front of the goalkeeper, even though he's not the last man because he's got 2 defenders besides him. Rüdiger has the right center back. I think that can work. Tchouaméni and Rüdiger can also interchange depending on the matchup. If Haaland is a big threat, then Rüdiger will probably get to the middle and Tchouaméni at the right center back. Carreras obviously the left center back because he's left-footed. Hausen will not be available. Militao will not be available. Alaba wouldn't play if he was available, and Asensio I don't want to see. So Fran Garcia is the left wingback. You can also potentially play Rodrigo here. Well, it depends if you want to play more defensive or more offensive. I really like Fran Garcia. He covers a lot of ground as a wingback and decent defensively, decent offensively, decent player. Jude Bellingham, the midfield maestro, alongside Camavinga, who can do everything from defending and also getting up the pitch, winning high balls. So those 2 would boast a very solid midfield against City. And Valverde to the wingback, because we don't have Carvajal, we don't have Trent. You could also play Mastantuono here and then get Valverde from here to the position Bellingham is playing, and Bellingham up the pitch. Mastantuono provides a more attacking option with greater dribbling skills than Valverde, obviously, but I want to be actually stable if we're playing against the likes of Doku, Foden, Cherki and Haaland, so that's I think the best option we got. Arda Güler, great assister, one of the best assisters in Europe, one of the best creative midfielders in Europe. I think in La Liga currently he is actually the best left foot from creative output alongside Lamine Yamal. I think he's first, and then Anthony is second or third. Real Betis is Anthony. So I think Güler is probably second, Anthony's third, so one of the best left-footed players in La Liga in terms of creativity. And Vinicius and Mbappe could be also interchanged, that Vinicius plays on the right and Mbappe plays on the left. Personally, I don't like Mbappe can play on both sides, but Vinicius on the right is not as effective as Mbappe because Mbappe is just a great shooter, and Vinicius is better coming in from the left or the inside left half space, if you want to call it that. So this is the lineup I would go for. And City's lineup, if I was someone who, if they wanted my advice, this would be the lineup I would have to go for them. A 4-2-3-1 with O'Reilly, Guardiola, Diaz, Nunes. Yeah, you can also get Reinhard Nuri here, but he isn't impressed too much. O'Reilly's been better, so that's why I'm putting O'Reilly. Nunes, maybe Rico Lewis. Let's see if he's available. Maybe he's actually available. So you could also play Rico Lewis here, but Nunes is taller, got more stature, so more physical ability than Rico Lewis in terms of stature, winning duels in the air and so on. So I think that's the back four. Donnarumma in goal, obviously. Reinders and Gonzalez, this is debatable. First up, they could interchange within this position, the double pivot. So Reinders could also be on the right and Gonzalez could also be on the left. Also, you could play Bernardo Silva here and later Rodri when he's fit, but he's not. And Nico Gonzalez has been fantastic this season, controlling City's midfield. He's played as a lone pivot, sometimes has played in the midfield too, really being a shining light in that midfield in terms of stability that they had when Rodri was at his best. Now obviously he's not as good as Rodri when he was at his best, but he's growing. Nico Gonzalez, still a very young player. If you're looking at him, he's I think 23. Yeah, he's 23. Still got massive potential to grow. Yeah, and then we got Phil Foden, who's getting back on track. He must play this game. And Cherki, who I think is the best technical player alongside Doku, but Cherki is for me even better than Doku because he's two-footed. He's ambipedal, they call it. And Cherki has had a fantastic game against Sunderland with the Rabona assist, 2 assists in that game. Entertained. Yeah, he's an entertainer. He said it himself. He wants to entertain. So Cherki and Foden, they could also interchange. So Cherki could go to the middle. Personally, I think Foden through the middle, through these tight spaces in front of the defense, I think he can work wonders there. He has a great long shot. Cherki on the right, you've seen it against Sunderland, works wonders. So I think this should be the way they should line up. Doku on the left, Maverick, great dribbler. He can't really get the ball off him. He might be the greatest not greatest of all time, but greatest ball carrier this season, greatest dribbler this season with his body feints to the left, going to the right, or vice versa. He's doing right now the little shimmy, almost reminding you of Ronaldinho against Chelsea, the one he did there. So he's super versatile, he's super technically gifted, and he's getting better with his end product now as well. And Haaland, you don't need to introduce him, he's an absolute monster. It will be the battle for the two modern GOATs, Haaland and Mbappe. I think will be maybe a close game. If Madrid has a good day, it will be a close game. If they don't, we could very well get belt to ass. What do I think how this game will go out? I think City have the better manager, better defensive stability at the moment. We play at home, so I think it's gonna be a Real Madrid 1, Manchester City 2 or 3. I'm gonna be realistic, I'm not gonna be optimistic because I think we still need to improve. Real Madrid 1, Manchester City 3, goals from Mbappe, one from Haaland, one from Foden, and I guess either Doku or a second one from Haaland. Let's see. So where does that put us in the table? Now, Real Madrid are then stuck on 12 points out of 6 games, and Man City move up to 13 points out of 6 games. For both, it's not safe that they qualify from the first 8. Personally, I don't think that Sporting CP will stay up that high. Dortmund could move down. Chelsea, I don't think will move down, but they've looked very solid in big games, in particular in the Champions League. So Arsenal, PSG, Bayern, Inter pretty much guaranteed to go through, I think, through the first 8. Chelsea, maybe. Dortmund, maybe. But Dortmund has looked in the league phase of the Champions League very solid. So Real Madrid will probably drop out or go towards the lower end of the top 8. City will actually leapfrog Real Madrid because they will be on 13 points and Real Madrid will be on 12. Now, if Real Madrid suddenly decides to go super rigorously into this game, we could also win this game, maybe, but I don't see it because the defensive stability is a big problem. And I think in a 4-3-3 we're getting exposed, especially if Carreras plays in the centre-back role. I also can't see a centre-back pairing of Tchouaméni and Rüdiger, which would be a best 2 centre-backs, but Tchouaméni is best in a back 3 where he's got the space to operate, the space to actually pass the ball and progress up the pitch from the centre-back, kind of like Toyn Koopmeiners did for Juve yesterday. So this would be my lineup for Real. This would be my lineup for Manchester City, and I think City are gonna win this game by 3-1. Foden, Haaland, Doku, and one from Mbappe. Hopefully we actually perform better than predicting here, because we really, after that lose to Liverpool, and City actually beat them, like, what was it? City beat Liverpool, they played them off the park, so it was a 3-0 against Liverpool. They had no chance whatsoever. Liverpool made us look bad and them look good, but they are not good this season. Liverpool literally won against us in the Champions League. We made them look good, but they are not good. They are up and down, chaotic, inconsistent at this point in time, Liverpool. So the fact that we lost to them and in this fashion shouldn't be happening. So I don't yet see Real Madrid competing with City at this point in time. City, but still also City still has one level to go to actually reach like the world's best teams, the status of a world's best team, because there's still PSG, there's still Bayern, there's still Arsenal in front of them at least, so they're at best the 4th best team in the world right now. So what do you guys think? How do you guys think this fixture here will turn out to be? I'm gonna be very excited for that clash between those two boys. This will be a entertaining match from a neutral's perspective, definitely. But let's see. Yeah, guys, I'll see you soon then. Take care. Peace.